Plane is up and in the air. We're going to be starting off over Primorsk and ending off to the west of Severny, right next to Stalber as well. Pretty much everything's going to be on the table except for Milta, where we saw one of our games end yesterday on Erangel, so maybe
so if they're going to continue to be able to keep up with the best teams here at this event, well, Erangel seems to be the map for them to do that. Australia as well. The second...
You were seeing that with Australia as well. Whenever they did like their their synchronized shui whenever they were doing their walkout and stuff like that. You can tell that there's certain teams that are just coming because it's like a camaraderie, whereas some other teams have been kind of just hodgepodge together based off of the votings. And so as we're looking into these last couple of days, if you're not doing well on the leaderboard, that's going to be an even bigger mental problem to surmount.
Yeah, certainly have to agree with that one as we watch Indonesia now, of course, from APAC. Pretty much like those around them on that leaderboard, you know, Germany, Canada, maybe not the highest of expectations. And in some way, 31 points, you know, basically only 1 point behind Canada and the USA. I think they've done all right. I mean, many people really wrote off Indonesia as a region that wasn't going to be able to do all that well at the event. And of course, you know, they're in the bottom over Micah. That would have been awful. Ming Ming, though, spots Teddy, tried to sweep off at the last second, didn't get out in time, and Kid X falls to Axlef. This is the duo for China at the down planes, and that is going to be the flush onto Kid X. Unfortunate for Indonesia. They got through one roadblock, but straight into another. Ming Ming up close, can get Nile here with a quick headshot. Lands it, didn't get the down, and they're both on about the same health.
Chinese Taipei heard this and just cuts to the north. Xlift trying to flank around at this point, but you can see just trying to recover at this stage as this has been a hard push. Luke comes up on the other side of it. Drive-by to finish it off. Indonesia is eliminated. And UK, you're now close. You can catch up to Brazil. They finally had their trip, their stumble. Yep. Can you exploit it? Now, Brazil, what type of mental do you have? We've been talking about. They consider themselves blessed. They've been having fun. Now, can they rebound after a 0-point game and then come back with gusto?
Yeah, and obviously for Brazil, you probably don't expect them to have like another 0, or at least if they do, probably not that many more of them. So you know they're going to come back good. The other thing is what and you get the shift that we like to see down to
weird storm brewing over here with Korea and Australia being so close to each other.
Yeah, and there's a second thing to take note there, but Luke not only getting that down, that doesn't matter, but he gets information that that position is not safe. He's getting shot at by Korea, so they obviously can't just push up. And this is a big circle map for Thailand. The
now going to be running by Indonesia. RDK is going to go ahead and feed that bar a lot of bullets, but not going to feed too much of them over into the vehicle of China.
Honestly, there's still a couple of buildings there. Farm circle again confirmed.
Leaning into the opposite side, but it's going to be Shrimps.
The flashback the other way. I think there was a nade being thrown there, and now Indonesia pushing as well into China. Teddy with the opening nade. They want another one to go in there and to confirm these kills onto China.
He's somehow still alive, but it's not going to be for too much longer. That one's going to run it just a touch too far. Ming Ming just cleaning to life. Finally going to go down. Indonesia's going to pick those up. But guess what? That means the fact that more parties going to start popping off as it's going to be UK that hears what's going on with Indonesia taking shots on them on an opposite angle, trying to hold
with the hands of Dakmai and Power in the end of it. Big result for Vietnam, firmly entrenched inside of that top 5. They are a solid team performing here at the PUBG Nations Cup, but the United Kingdom have that lead now in top spot. Can they increase it? Bar with a knockdown onto Nile. 4 still up for the United Kingdom. The
Thailand hears this. They're coming up back behind, eyeing over to United Kingdom though.
Thailand, yeah, pushing now on the United Kingdom, slowly falling down. But the Molotov as well. Michael's gone, and yes, Nuren confirms.
Thailand steps away from this. Another team, Vietnam, has the same idea, running
things off. After a little bit of a break, teams going to talk a little bit longer, maybe a little more prep time for this one, as PCs were indeed fixed. Playing path as fair as can be, but again, Synops, we know what usually happens. The fairer the playing path, the worse the initial. Gonna say that
filthy.
Good playing paths.
Now went up close. That was maybe going to try and aggress on them because no one actually there. Chinese Taipei now on the move, going through Indonesia. Not really the best angles unless your kid X who gets Malrush. That was clean with the Scar Owl. Leo tries to fight back. He actually almost gets the flush. He'll get it now. He'll confirm it onto Malrush. Indonesia will take that elimination, pushes them to 40 points. Now let's see, Toby, where this circle's going to push for us going into phase number 2. Is it up north?
Turkey though, opted to wrap a bit further west, and I think that allows for Finland to beat them too. It's Xavier now. Finds RDK, so they lose one to Indonesia, but instantly finds one in return. Yan Li now, Teddy, down as well. Indonesia, they look good out towards the west, up towards Farm, but they're in trouble. Xavier, tagged in return, goes down to blue face.
Probably not worth their time though, all things considered. Leo going for a very difficult spray on Kid X to get the seed swap. Looking for Yanli. I think Yanli's winning. No, Kid X able to finish off, get that knock. So it's only Leo that's left alive now for Chinese Taipei, but China making their way in from farm, pushing in above Indonesia.
China know their beat to the circle. Everyone else has already sent it, and when they hear the action happening out west, they go, you know what? Let's see if we can find something free. And look at this. But no.
A classic eliminate, but Leo survives inside a farm for the time being. Minute and 15 seconds, by the way. The water doesn't have to be taken out in Phase 3, but usually it does kind of do the job for Phase 4 anyway. We'll see if that trend kind of continues here for China. They don't get a whole lot from this, and also time wasted.
And they probably weren't going to get a good position regardless. I mean, we have the hindsight on the overall view. Ix left, finds Teddy. He just got up on his feet. Now he goes down against Kidix. Are you going to commit to the rest? It might cost you your life. Tagged once. Ix left knows exactly where they are. Kidix and Teddy, how the heck? Oh, I mean, you mentioned it before. There was going to be
buying time to maybe see if China can push into Milta and through it out the other side towards where Germany and Thailand are located.
With everything that's happened, how are Indonesia still 4 alive? And how are they still driving the way that they are? They have been through chaos, and more chaos, and somehow could be else expected over in this direction as well.
Oh, okay, this is a really good spot for RDK.
Thailand could play a massive factor in this Korea-Finland battle about to happen. Nezu has a say in it. Escalucia will fall, but Norrens able to get. But where do we set up shop? You just go one cross forward. You already have Indonesia ready and waiting. Maybe you shouldn't even be fighting this, but here comes Teddy. Fights the first one. Thought they were going to go further. That nade could be absolutely perfect. It's left on board. Kid X with the close to find the second. One more down. And just like that, Indonesia takes out Finland.
It's Apac's time to rise. Indonesia, the duo, able to get rid of Finland, and they are looking strong with 5 kills now, and the circle onto Vietnam. But Brazil and the UK still have maybe something to say in this game, but 7 kills now for Vietnam, and honestly, best position. This is their chance to find victory at the Pubg Nations Cup.
Saki jumps for info, instantly met by bullets. Here comes Brazil, 4 in a car. We've seen this go wrong so many times. In the end, the downfall will come to Indonesia. 3 teams left alive. Brazil, chaotic. We usually think, we talked about it coming into today, that Miramar oftentimes presents us the chaotic games, but Erangel has delivered.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting day, a lot of intense fights, a lot of teams understanding their position in the leaderboards where they have to go for third parties, they have to go for kills, because otherwise they have no hope of winning this event. So, you know, you come into the second half of this and a lot of the teams understand the leaderboard, they understand the situation, they understand that this is a zero-sum game. There's only so many points available in each lobby.
I'm looking at the leaderboard. Of course, Brazil, UK tied right now. I'm looking at these Brazilian players, and I know that they all have teammates waiting at home for...
Yeah, it's just a confidence thing for them. Now, there is somebody trying to go for a Grows out there, but Keenan, none too keen to let that go through. That's Indonesia. I believe that's Teddy or somebody in there. Niall, actually. I'm not sure if he was able to grab it or not with all the pressure coming from multiple directions. This is another part of this circle that it could go to here eventually. Yeah, so I said it's likely to go east, but it could also go north is another likely option. And crates out in the open like that, I mean, there's always going to be people in those hills to your south.
Risk involved. It is a bait crate, is what I like to call them. It stands there alone, no one around. You go, oh, well, this is mine, right? And all of a sudden, as soon as you go there, oh, that's where the 4 teams were hiding. That's fortunately, no damage.
All it can do with all the mountains that are in the south part of this. So that's, again, why all these teams are over on the east. Everybody kind of expected that. Now it's going to get wild.
And look at the migration. Look at how hard everyone is committing to get to this area. They know how few playable spots there are going to be in this circle, and you want to get them. Now RDK spots Micah, takes him out. First team to take casualties, Germany. Again, they've been struggling in this tournament so far, and this just does not help them any further.
All right, well,
trying to make a north side rotation. They saw United Kingdom in front of them. They saw Australia, didn't want a piece of that pie. Issue is now they've wrapped far north. They're on the edge of blue, and they see multiple teams. Shiva, though, and Keen together. Solid damage coming through. They know the tags were there, and they're pulling up on this because they've caught it. They called the bluff. Japan being aggressive. I love what I'm seeing, Favors, and they find the knock as well. This is a play. No Japanese team would even dare to do this just a half year ago. But as you say, add a little bit of Korean spice, and this is what you get.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, they set this trap up so well. They catch RDK out on his own.
Is Luke still alive? And on the other side of things, here we have Thailand fighting off Indonesia. They want to maintain control of the hill. Again, be proactive, be the aggressor. Thailand needs to defend this hill, and they do. Indonesia
Now, this is my kind of playing path. I'm sorry.
Going, Thai fans, we won't get a more hype excitement than that.
RDK trying to get away.
Oh!
At the last moment, he sidesteps him with PhD from afar with the Car 98. Gonna get the knock, and here comes the punch finish from Haven.
Hate to see it.
Oh.
Oh. You know what? I'm not done looting yet, buddy. Let's go for a ride.
Well, you know, this is the players honestly don't mind this, by the way.
He picks up.
Yeah, just you know, and it.
Wow.
Pick up, but this is actually it is hard to understand. He's 20, right? We can tell from this age. I'm clearly joking.
Math.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, happy birthday to him, and what a way to celebrate it. You know, playing in one of the biggest esports tournaments of the year.
Exactly. What a way to say it, indeed. So if we could close today out with a Canadian win, well deserved.
That'd be pretty special, actually.
Well deserved. In the meantime, RDK tried to make his run away from there, and now kneel down as well. Fortunate, he does get back on his feet, but Brazil right next door.
I mean, that's just a great opportunity. You know, it's success is opportunity meets luck, right?
Yes.
And that's a perfect example of it. He gets the Car 98, he gets the 4X, he's got RDK out in the open. Everything just falls his way.
Brazil is a team. I was just going to say Brazil is a team that when they see an opponent they don't necessarily fear, they will aggressively push, but Indonesia has a response. Back-to-back for Teddy here as 2 for Brazil, 4 Galusha. In the meantime, finds Soccer as well as the crowd cheers once more.
Yeah, there's a kill off screen here, but Niles in trouble. That building, very dangerous, but the grenade doesn't get in, so that's going to be him able to get the res off. Teddy's going to try to push onto this knock, see if he can get some damage done. Stuns are going to come in. LFP around the corner, though. Oh, Niles just able to get behind the door.
Gets a cover, dodging and weaving, and somehow hasn't taken any damage from this. LFP is pushing in, I was just going to say with 7 bullets, finally. Does get the reload on through Teddy again! Making it look easy, 3rd down for him against Brazil, just LFP left alive.
I love the Korean commentators are right by us. They're like, Teddy! I love it, because Teddy's really popping off, and oh, Teddy, though, I say that, and LFP's got him! LFP's got 2! The grenade was in Teddy's hand, but Kidax there to save the day, and Indonesia able to win the fight, but it is a costly one.
And if there are teams looking at the leaderboard right now saying, wait, did Brazil just get out?
Maybe have an opportunity.
Nice.
Yeah,
The
here he
bait,
goes.
the
Waits
bait,
for the opening.
the bait.
Oh, he's got it. Great sprayed out from Nurens, and the flush will be surely here.
The communication from Thailand to set it up perfectly executed. Belmoth, Yanko, could you make some noise with your car so it's to the right? Because we know those Indonesian players are going to want to look for it
As they comfortably can until they're forced out.